So, good morning, everyone. Today, I'm dealing with a marriage and social class of novel Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. So, this is my academic information, and this is the table of content and introduction. Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, published in 1830, and it's explored the timeless exploration of love, society, and relationships in Regency England. Pride and Prejudice explore how class and marriage shape relationship in Regency England. Jane Austen critiques societal norm, highlighting the impact of pride, prejudice, and social expectation through character like Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy. The novel examines romantic love, pragmatic union, and the constraints of class-conscious society. And importance of marriage in this novel. So, marriage in Pride and Prejudice serve as a lens through which Jane Austen critiques societal norm of Regency England. It reflects economic necessity, especially for a woman like the Bennet sister, whose future depend on securing advantageous matches. She reflects chance and choice in the novel several marriage. So this sentence is very important because some marriages only depends on the chance and choice, not for a mutual understanding of love. The novel contrasts pragmatic unions such as Charlotte Lucas and Mr. Collins with the ideal marriages based on mutual respect and love, exemplified by Elizabeth and Darcy. So this is only one marriage that based on respect and love. Through this portrayal, Austen emphasized the need for a compatibility and challenges the mercenary approach to relationship. The very famous starting line in novel, it is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. Then we will discuss a total five marriages in this novel. So first is a Mr. and Mrs. Bennet, a marriage of a convenience without mutual respect. Mrs. Bennet is obsessed with securing wealthy husband for her daughter. So throughout the novel, Mrs. Bennet is try to fix their daughter's marriage with some wealthy or reputed person. Then Mr. Bennet retreat into sarcasm and indifference. Then what is the significance of this marriage in this novel? So reflect the consequence of impulsive and ill-suited marriage, a cautionary tale for the Bennet daughter. Then second is Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy, evolved through misunderstanding, self-awareness, and mutual respect. So first, Mr. Darcy and Elizabeth both have a pride and prejudice. Then they both are self-aware about each other and take a time to knowing each other. And then at the ultimate mutual respect is there, and both are married. Elizabeth challenges Darcy's pride. Darcy learn humanity and value Elizabeth's intelligence. Then significance is represent a balanced union based on love, equality, and personal growth, overcome class prejudice, refining social norm. Then another marriage is Jane Bennet and Mr. Bingley, built on a mutual affection and natural compatibility. Jane reserve a natural delay Bingley's proposal. Darcy's interference tests their bond, but ultimately strengthens. So they not have that much sufficient understanding or understanding that his relationship have a lasting. They at the interval of novel they separate, but with Darcy's interference they both married. And significance illustrate a harmonious relationship free from a class related conflict, idealize love and simplicity in marriage. Then another one is Charlotte Lucas and Mr. Collins. So motivation of their marriage, Charlotte seeks financially stability, not love. So Charlotte Lucas only agree to marriage. His final motive is to um, financial stability. And one most famous dialogue of Charlotte, that happiness in marriage is entirely a matter of chance. So there is, I mentioned earlier one sentence that chance and choice. So it reflects it, and it is better to know as little as possible of the defect of the person with whom you are to pass your life. Charlotte accept Mr. Collins despite his absurdity. Mr. Collins have a lots of absurdity. That's why Elizabeth refused his proposal. But Charlotte accept because of financial stability, then practically overrule emotion in her decision. Then the significance of their marriage in novel critique the societal pressure on women to prioritize security over personal. Think about his choice, but she looked for a chance and married with Collins. Reflect the harsh reality of limited option for a woman. Then final marriage is Lydia Bennet and Mr. Wickham, driven by youthful impulsivity and Wickham's charm. Lydia is a naive and impulsive. Wickham's financial instability create a fragile union, and significance of their marriage is a warn against superficial and recklessness relationship, highlight the consequence of lacking guidance and discipline. Then second is social class, importance of class in novel. So marriage in Pride and Prejudice serve as a lens through which Jane Austen critiques societal norm of Regency England. It reflects economical necessity, especially for a woman like the Bennet sister, whose future depend on security advantages matches. The novel contrast with the character like Charlotte Lucas and Mr. Collins, and with the ideal marriage of Elizabeth and Darcy. Then there is a social class in novel. So there are three class. First is aristocracy, second is the upper gentry, and third is the lower gentry. So first we will discuss the aristocracy. The best example of the aristocracy is a Lady Catherine de Bourgh, represent the highest societal rank marked by immense wealth, title, and influence. Lady Catherine's arrogance and opposition to Elizabeth and Darcy union highlight the rigidity of aristocratic norm. Then second is the upper gentry. Mr. Darcy and Mr. Bingley belong from upper gentry, a wealthy landowner without title. They hold a high position. Darcy's pride and Bingley's hesitation regarding Jane reflect the importance of maintaining class boundary. So Darcy is from upper gentry, so he hesitated to marry with Elizabeth. Then the lower gentry, the Bennet family from a lower gentry, a modest landowner with limited income, placing them at the lower tier of the gentry. Their financial insecurity and lack of male heirs create a pressure to secure advantageous marriage for the Bennet sister. Then there is an intersection of marriage and class affecting marriage decision. Darcy initially hesitated due to the Elizabeth's lower status, and Charlotte married Collins for a financial security. Then the marriage is challenging class now. Elizabeth and Darcy union redefine a boundary of class and compatibility. Austen critique class prejudice while acknowledging societal reality. So that's how a class and marriage both affect each other and affect the decision of marriage and also affect the class. Then Jane Austen's social critique challenges societal norm, critique the mercenary approach to marriage, advocate for a love and mutual respect in relationship. So love and respect we can see in the marriage of Elizabeth. Then expose flaw in class system, pride in aristocracy. So Lady Catherine she is the example of pride in aristocracy and prejudice within the gentry. Darcy's initial argument that he has a prejudice for Elizabeth about her class. Then finally, the conclusion. In Pride and Prejudice, Jane Austen critiqued the rigid class system and societal view on marriage through various character and their relationship. She highlights the importance of love, respect, and character over wealth and social rank. Ultimately, the novel advocates for individual merit and personal growth, challenging traditional class boundary. So this is a reference, and this is from my side. Now you are free to ask question.
So, Krishna, throughout your presentation, I am not able to understand how does Elizabeth's view on marriage differ from character like Charlotte and Lydia.
So Elizabeth take time to choose a man for her marriage, and she take a time to understand Darcy's behavior and nature. And in the case of Charlotte and Lydia, both marry for reluctance and uh,
So, Krishna, my question is how does Austen critique the class system through marriage in the novel?
So we find three class, and first we see the upper class aristocracy, then landowner without title, and then Bennett family. So she critique the class through their prejudice and mentality of that time societal people. So thank you.